You know, Endo Mills, we might just have to have that watch along on Saturday. I was hoping the Leafs would win so I could see the reaction of a bunch of Leafs fan streamer friends of mine. That did not happen. First and foremost, before talking about the Bruins, my condolences to Leafs fans on losing Game 6. That was, that was rough. And from the looks of it, my condolences to Minnesota Wild fans. That team has had a phenomenal year. Unfortunately, the St. Louis Blues are a wagon and a half, and I'm sorry. That kind of sucks. I was rooting for Minnesota in that series. But the Boston Bruins just forced Game 7, everybody. And somebody on this screen right now on the Toogies Take podcast said Bruins in 7. Somebody said that. I don't know who. Somebody said that, though. Isn't that weird? Somebody said that. It's really weird. Man, I could sit here and do backflips over the fact that at the very least, again, I said the same thing after Game 4. At the very least, they avoid embarrassment. They could get blown out on Saturday. They took a very, very good team to Game 7. You know, Bruins fans are in a different perspective right now than that of Leafs fans, where going to Game 7 for Leafs fans is their worst fucking nightmare, especially if they lose, even though it's Tampa. If the Bruins lose to Carolina, you know, shit, at least they didn't get embarrassed, which is something I was very worried about. To the point where I had a thumbnail prepared. Here's a preview of something that I don't think is ever going to see the light of day. I had a thumbnail prepared for when the Bruins got embarrassed by Carolina. This was going to be the thumbnail for my Boston Bruins franchise mode series. I don't know if we'll go through with it now, because I think, you know, especially if they win Game 7, it certainly looks ridiculous. You know, and if they lose, it was at least a close series. Had they been swept, that thumbnail would have been just spot on. So I don't know if that particular series will ever see the light of day, but yeah, hopefully it does. Hopefully it does sometime soon. But yeah, man, I don't know. I'm just happy. The Bruins fucking showed up for the first time. They scored first in the series. Imagine. Took them 6 games to do that. Marchand and Coyle continuing to show up. Thank God for that. Eric Haula, of all people, finally scored. Jesus. It's about damn time Eric Haula scored. Derek Forbort. I can't believe I'm fucking saying this, but you gotta give someone credit where it's due. Derek Forbort has been the Bruins' best defenseman through 6 games. Don't at me, because that's a fact. It's insane, but Derek Forbort has been the Bruins' best defenseman in this series so far. Who the fuck saw that coming? Man, just... The home team in the Bruins Kane series has won every single time, so obviously things are kind of looking like they're going to go against Boston in Game 7. I'm not expecting them to win. I am hopeful that they will, and we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, needless to say, Saturday is shaping up to be very interesting, especially if Edmonton also wins tonight. Right now it's 1-0 at the end of the first for the Oilers, so... we could be in line for 3 Game 7s. 3 Game 7s on Saturday. The Wild would have to pull off an incredible comeback to make it 4. So, very, very intrigued. We will talk all about it. Myself, Mr. Endo Mills, and Sin for the win. We will talk about it tomorrow in full on the Toogies Take podcast. Both in video form on YouTube and, of course, Spotify, Google, Apple, wherever you listen to your podcast. But for now, what can you sit there and say about Game 6 when your team just forced Game 7? Let's see what the hell happens. And that's what it comes down to. Let's see what the hell happens. Carolina fans, best of luck. I wish you luck. You guys might hate on Jack Edwards a lot. Apparently a Civil War comment got under some thin-skinned Canes fans. Not saying that's everybody, but that was pretty funny. Endo, Sin, and myself will be talking on the podcast. And we'll give Endo Mills time to properly dissect the fact that the Toronto Maple Leafs just lost in overtime at Game 6 with the series on the line. It's so brutal. It's so brutal. Go Bees! Game 7, baby. Game 7. Let's hope. Let's hope.